fine.
With a nose that knows no bounds, Stoffel is sniffing for COVID.
Yes, he's got it, he's got it.
The Labrador has just started 8 weeks of COVID detector training at the University of Adelaide. The team here is working with researchers in 44 other countries to document just how well dogs can sniff out the virus.
They can pick it up as soon as the virus is replicating in their body. So that can actually be a day before the PCR gives you a positive response.
Stoffel is one of 8 dogs in training. Most have come from Border Force or the Royal Society for the Blind. They're being taught to detect not COVID itself, but a cocktail of sweat scents that an infected person produces.
The dogs are trained using motivational training methods, so for them, they associate this odour coming from COVID-19 as a very positive thing.
Humans have around 6 million scent receptors. Dogs have 300 million. Their sense of smell is powerful enough to detect a teaspoon of sugar in 2 Olympic-sized swimming pools. So who better to sniff out a virus that doesn't have a smell than dogs? Dr. Schaber says they're better at picking up COVID than a rapid antigen test.
The dogs are being very accurate up to a week after the infection, and then the accuracy drops drastically.
When the training program launched in 2020, the dogs were being taught to detect COVID from a lineup of samples, but that process has now been streamlined.
We're now looking at training the dogs to sample people directly rather than taking a sample from them.
A non-infectious COVID-like scent is placed on shoes or socks, so the dogs get used to sniffing people's feet.
Feet is quite a neutral place for a dog to smell. They're not too close to a person. And feet also have a lot of, the glands that secrete sweat.
The researchers tell us that their dogs can detect every COVID variant. But as new strains emerge, they'll need further training and deserve further rewards.
Yes. He's just a big boy. Oh, he's such a big boy.
Dr. Schaber assured us that Stoffel & Co can't catch COVID. But just in case...
We are also screening our dogs every 3 weeks to make sure that they are not being infected.
Detective dogs are already being used in the United Arab Emirates and France, and bands like Metallica have hired them to screen their crew before gigs. And no, they can't sniff for drugs at the same time.
The odour of drug is actually very, very strong, and the dog can pinpoint the person that is carrying drug. I don't think it's going to be the case for COVID-19. The dogs can come next to them, have a proper sniff without touching them, and then give an answer.
It'll be some weeks yet before these clever pooches go into service, and no one knows at this stage where that will be. Dr. Schaber hopes this group will be used in hospitals, so visitors or staff can be quickly screened upon entry.
Oh, yeah! Good boy!
Excellent work.
Woohoo!
Can't believe it only started 3 days ago.
How amazing are dogs?
Oh.
And the speed with which they could do large numbers as well. You think entry into the hospitals or concerts, festivals, things like that, versus individuals sitting down, waiting the 15 minutes to be able to scan a crowd.
Maybe, but imagine how many nervous people there'll be when they're going into a concert and they sniff a dog.
Sniff different
I know
things,
they say that, but they also said we'd only ever need one vaccine. Like, stuff changes, do you know what I mean?
I'm not sure that's... Yeah. Good.
I don't know. I think they're amazing, but the day that I get turned away from somewhere because a dog has sniffed me...
Kate, you can still have your fun times at the music festivals. Let's cut to the chase.
Yeah, dogs are amazing.
I just
We've
hope...
actually got one here, Kate.
Have we?